Oh yeah.
That was beautiful. Excellent.
We welcome this evening a distinguished Talmid Chacham from Miami Beach, Rabbi Avram, and is joining the staff town hall of Mogen Up for the first part of summer. And everybody enjoyed his Slavis, his very, very warm, stirred everybody with his davening, with his mincha. You're welcome to join us continuously. Zoish Chukas HaTorah. Adam Kiyamus Voehel. The mitzvah of Por Aduma. The Torah is divided in Chukim, Zoish Chukas HaTorah. These are the decrees, the mitzvahs of the Torah. The Torah is divided into Chukim and Mishpatim. Divided into those halachas, those laws, Chukim, which are decrees which the human rationale, the mental seichel, cannot grasp. Something we observe because of our loyalty to the Bani Shleilam, and that we understand. There are things that we do not understand, which are higher than understanding. We understand that. Those are chukim. And then those are laws like shatnez, like por aduma, other laws of that nature. And then there's mishpatim, laws which the mental seichel, human rights, know we understand. We understand to respect parents. We understand not to steal, not to commit manslaughter. Laws of that nature, to be kind, to give tzedakah, to help when you're in a position to help. This week's Seder deals with chukim, which is different, is in the category of chukim, in decrees which defy human rationale, there are those that we cannot understand, but this goes one step further. Like shatnez is something we just don't understand. We understand what's wrong, what's the prohibition all about of linen and wool being mixed together. We don't understand it. But this goes one step further. This, not only don't we understand it, but it defies human logic. How? Because the Por Aduma, those is metayr tahorim. Those that became tamei, became defiled, became unclean, became tamei. So by going through the process of Por Aduma, they go from the state of tumeh, of uncleanness, to a state of purity. But by the same token, it's also metayr tahorim. Those that prepare the Por Aduma, those that prepare it. So before that, in order to be involved in the preparation of Por Aduma, those have to be in a state of cleanliness, have to be a tahor. And they, by just the mere fact that they're involved in preparation, they become tamei, they become unclean. So if someone who is in a state of uncleanness, through going through the process, he becomes tahor, so someone who was tahor, was clean, he certainly should remain that way. What happened here? So this goes even further than shatnez and the other chukim, which we don't understand. Not only don't we understand it, but it defies human logic. So Shlomo HaMelech, King Solomon, came along and he said, Amarti echkimo v'hi rechoika mimeni. I thought that I was so wise, and I was kedarshan tamei haTorah. I was able to find a rationale for all the mitzvahs of the Torah. But when I came to Por Aduma, I realized there's something higher, and this I can't understand. Rashi brings the Medrash. Medrash says that it's a marshal, a parable. The parable is compared the Ben Melech Shetina Pal Shel Melech, that a prince, he took and he dirtied up the palace. So who is going to come along? Who's responsible for what he did? Savay Ho'eim, Ushikanat says Beno. The mother has to come along and she has to clean up what her son what he made untidy, but he dirtied up. So the same here. Here, some the Paraduma, the Chazal tell us, it comes to redeem us from when our ancestors, when they sinned by creating the golden calf, the Egel Azov. So this Savay Ho'eim, so this Paraduma, this mother has to come and redeem us from the uncleanness, the aver, the chet, the sin of the golden calf. What's the connection between this mother and that son? What's the connection between the Parah Aduma, the Parah, and the Egel Azov? It's two, how are they connected? Mishnah Shami Yishkol himself like this here. Shim Pazi Omer. Hein Nikra V'loy Nivas. If we read two psukim in the Torah side by side, we must tremble. One, which is L'toy, which speaks on the positive side. It narrates the positive actions of the Klal Yisrael, and one speaks about the negative actions of the Klal Yisrael. When Moshe Rabbeinu made the call that he's looking for those to donate for the Mishkan, so it was an exclusive class of Nadiv Lev. Only those of golden heart, generous individuals were called upon. They could respond. Not everybody. Not everybody is generous. Not everybody has a golden heart. That's when it came to something that we needed, something, a Mishkan, something so sacred that the Almighty's divine presence rested there. Here it was only a special class. But when it came to the Egel, to the golden calf, so it says there, they came, men and women, the children, they came, and they participated and gave much more. There was a surplus, more than they needed. So Reb Shimon Pazi says, look at the contrast. Here, when it came for the Mishkan, something so sacred, where the divine presence rested, so it was an exclusive class of the Div Lev, only generous golden-hearted. But when it came to the Egel, to the golden calf, they gave each and every one without classification, nothing exclusive, everybody participated. From this, we see the nature of the transgression. We see what went wrong, how, to what degree they gave of themselves to make the golden calf. The normal instinct is, when someone's approached, you ask them to, something, they're raising money for yeshiva, for tzedakah, for whatever, for something, a mikveh, for yisoimim, for whatever purpose it is. So nobody runs right to their checkbook and then starts writing a check. You know, we say the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and the longest distance between 2 points is between a man and his checkbook. Like someone said, he said he would love to give charity. The only thing it shouldn't cost any money. So when it comes to giving, they question. They want to know: is it really worthy? Is it deserving of our support? This didn't take place by the Egel Azov. They gave, and they participated, and gave us wholeheartedly. They gave with such enthusiasm. This was the nature of the Aver, the sin of the Egel Azov. They gave with such enthusiasm, with such love, that they didn't even question. When it came to the participating in the Mishkan, so here they said, just a minute, let's see, does it really deserve our support? They're not rushing to do it yet. They use their seichel, their logic. They're conservative about it. So the nature of the Avere, the nature of the transgression of the golden calf was that they sinned against logic. They sinned with such enthusiasm, they didn't even question. In order to show that our hearts were turned so around and so ready to serve the Almighty in the right direction, they gave us a mitzvah of Poraduma, a mitzvah which defies logic. And we're going to do it because we love the Rebbeinu Shlem, because what he asks us to do is something that's right, it's for our benefit, and it's the greatest thing for the world, great for mankind. So we got Chanane ben Akash Omer, Ratzak ben Ibrahim, Zakish as Yisrael, Zikov, Himla, Shnemar, Adonai Chov is Manchik Bayak Yad.